What's up guys, Moodbot Review here with another review for the channel, and this time we shall be taking a look at one of the latest studio series that had come out and one of my latest buys, the Bumblebee Soundwave. I will not try to get too much context for this character since he barely appears like 20 or 40 seconds in the movie, but instead we look at the figure's design. At first it looks really cool. The color scheme, it's very accurate to the G1 design cause, well, that's the movie, what's the movie is, right? A G1-esque reboot for the movie franchise. Anyway, the paint apps on this figure are great, except for some of the wrist paint apps that look a little bit messy, but it's okay, I let it pass. What I will not surely let pass is the fact that he has an actual light piping gimmick and his eyes are literally painted. I don't know what was Hasbro thinking when they could have used clear red plastic, but instead they just painted his eyes and forgot about the light piping gimmick this figure has, which also is in a darker tone of color than it should be in order for the light to get through. So this is one of the bad things the figure has, but whatever. Apart from that, everything else is just fine, but I hope that the white part he has doesn't have the yellowing. It would be weird to see him in a yellow color rather than white. His chest looks absolutely great, just wish they made his Decepticon insignia bigger though. Now for its engineering, the figure has some mobility. Down here in his panels they made something like a skirt near his crotch, that when lifted it will reveal a waist swivel. Now here in his arms it has some elbow movements. His arms can rotate and can bend, head moves 360, legs can bend and move around. And last but not least, it has a mushroom peck on its feet and also has a pivot as well. Now for the gimmicks of this figure, you know it, it's Soundwave, chest opens and a cassette come out. I don't have Ravage with me here since I didn't buy it, so I just have to improvise with Barricade Frenzy here. For his accessories, Soundwave has his gun and his shoulder cannon that can also convert into a gun and hold it like another gun. For the size comparison, here with me I have the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod and the Studio Series B127, also Bumblebee. So Soundwave looks tall in comparison to the M-size Hot Rod is basically a deluxe with a price of tag of the Voyager, and well, B is just B. For the transformation, it's kinda hard to comprehend it at first. I got a hard time knowing and looking how to transform it, and after that, it turns out it's just a character doing a weird yoga pose, looking upside down in its alternative mode. Is just him, like in a crab position. It's pretty funny. Now, having him transform, I want to talk about his alt mode. So, seeing Soundwave's concept art, I could say they basically messed up on the design with this figure, since the concept art makes him look like a Cybertronian hover car or something that doesn't have any wheels attached to it, but he looks more like a drone than an actual car. It actually looks weird. I don't know what the designers were trying to do with Soundwave, cause in the figure it looks kinda messy. There are some holes here in his arms that you could use to make the alt mode have some weapons, and well, that's basically all I have to talk about it since I don't know what that thing is. Also, I wanted to note out that his chest part here in his alt mode is like a fake part since it doesn't actually deploy the cassettes. And yeah, that's basically it for his alt mode. For size comparison, again, side by side, here I have the Studio Series Hot Rod and Bumblebee. The alt mode is not large, for Hot Rod is a little bit larger than him, and well, B is just B, he's tiny. Overall, the figure is great. If you don't have Soundwave and you want a more G1-esque looking one, I recommend this one in case you can't buy the War for Cybertron ones since they are expensive and rare to find. And of course, do not buy that other guy over there, that one is just inferior Soundwave. I will talk about him later. That's all I have to say for the video. It has been Bot Review, and see you guys next time.